Hey guys, it's Miss Legge again. Okay, so yesterday we talked about two-step equations. Today we're going to talk about multi-step equations. So we've gone from one step to two step to now more than two steps. So multi can be more than two, okay? So not only are we going to do undo addition, subtraction, and then undo multiplication, division, today we're going to kind of like level up and incorporate some of those distributive properties and combining like terms. Okay, remember, stop the video at any time. Stop the video at any time and take notes as we go. On the side over here, I still have some important facts. So number one, we are still getting the variable alone, okay? Our goal is still to have x by itself, m by itself, a by itself, okay? That has not changed, okay? The only thing we're kind of adding in here are those extra steps that we've already practiced. We've already learned those, okay? So, number one, we're still going to start on the side with the variable, okay? Number two, we're going to apply distributive property. We only apply distributive property if there are parentheses. Then we're going to combine like terms. So, if it has a brother or a sister, we're going to match them up. And then we're going to do what we normally do, or what we did yesterday, where we do opposite of adding and subtracting, opposite of multiplication and division. So, step number one, draw a line down the middle. Next, look for those variables. My variable here is a, okay? Now notice there are 1, 2, 3 terms on my left side. I want to fix that, okay? So can I apply distributive property? No, there are no parentheses, so we're going to skip that step. Now, number 3, combine like terms. 7a. Does 7a have a buddy? Yes. Negative 5a. So we're going to combine the coefficients. Remember, a coefficient is the number in front of the letter. So 7 minus 5. 7 minus 5 is 2, so I have 2a. Okay? Next, I'm going to bring down anything I haven't used. So plus 2 is a constant. A constant is a number without a variable or without a letter. Okay? Because there are no other constants in this problem, I'm going to bring it down. I'm also going to bring down my 10. Now, if there was something else over here, we might also have to combine like terms there. But because 10 is by itself, we're going to bring it down like normal. Okay, this is where we jump back in, two-step equation steps, okay? Where is your variable? On the left, okay? What is happening to it? It's being multiplied, and then it has addition. We want to get rid of addition first, okay? The opposite of addition is subtraction, minus 2 on both sides, okay? If you do it on one side, you got to do it on the other. Okay, these cancel, and 10 minus 2 is 8. Bring down your equals, bring down your 2a. Okay, next, okay, we're going to undo multiplication division, 2a. The other way to say 2a is 2 times a. Times means multiply, okay? The opposite of multiplication is division. So we're going to divide on both sides. That's a division bar. We're going to divide by whatever is smushed up against your letter. So 2 is what's smushed up here. So I'm going to divide by 2. On my left side, 2 divided by 2 cancels, because 2 divided by 2 is 1, or 1a, okay? And 8 divided by 2 is 4, so a equals 4. Okay? Okay, here is another example. Okay, again, it has a little extra something in here, and where it is parentheses. When you see those parentheses, think distributive property. Okay? When we distribute, we take our front term and we multiply by each thing inside the parentheses. So, because parentheses mean multiply, okay? Negative 8 times 3. Watch your signs. Plug it in your calculator, okay? Do not let a negative sign mess you up, okay? You are too smart for that. So negative 8 times 3 is negative 24.
Miss Quinn, if you're in the building, can you either call my cell phone or come down to the office, please, Miss Quinn?
Okay. And then I'm going to do negative 8 times k. And negative 8 times k is negative 8k. Bring down your equal sign. Bring down your 64. Draw a line through your equal sign. We have located our variable. We have distributed. Now we're going to check and see, can we combine like terms? So look at your terms here. I have a constant and then I have a variable. There's nothing really to put together. So we're going to skip it and then we're going to go to inverse operations, getting k by itself, okay? So negative 24. We want to get rid of negative 24 first before we get rid of the 8, okay? So negative 24. The opposite of negative 24 is positive 24. So I'm going to add 24 on both sides. Now, this cancels and leaves me with 0, so I bring down negative 8k. Okay, it cancels, it leaves me with 0. And then I'm going to do 64 plus 24, which is 88. Okay, now I'm going to undo multiplication or division. Negative 8k is the same thing as negative 8 times k. Times is multiplication. The opposite of multiplication is division. So I'm going to divide on both sides. Remember, divide by whatever is stuck to or smushed to your letter. Okay? So I'm dividing here by negative 8. Now, negative 8 divided by negative 8 is 1. This cancels and leaves me with k. Okay? And 88 divided by negative 8 is negative 11. Okay? Now, remember, if you are not sure if what you did was right, take this number and plug it back into your problem. Okay? If you plug it back into your problem and it ends up equaling 64, then you have done your problem correctly. Okay? Okay, this one. This one looks a little complicated, but that is nothing you can't handle, okay? So, first step, draw that line. We're going to look for our variables. They're over here, okay? Now, there is a parentheses in here. That means we need to distribute. Now, negative 6x is not in the parentheses, so we're going to bring it down. Okay? Now, 2 is in front, so I'm going to say 2 times 2x is positive 4x. 2 times negative 3 is minus 6. Bring down your equals, bring down your 8. Okay? Now, because there are 3 terms, we want to combine them, combine like terms, okay, to make a smaller or more simplified problem. So, negative 6x, check and see, does it have a buddy? Is there another x in this problem? Yes, positive 4x. So negative 6 plus 4. Watch your negative signs. I'm sure you're tired of hearing me say it, okay? But be careful what you put in your calculator. Negative 6 plus 4 is negative 2x, okay? Negative 2x. Now, bring down that minus 6, bring down your equals, bring down your 8. We have gone from a long, complicated equation to a simplified 2-step equation, okay? Now, get rid of addition and subtraction first, so I'm going to add 6 to both sides. Negative 6 plus 6 cancels, bring down negative 2x, equals 8 plus 6 is 14. I'm going to undo division and multiplication, so negative 2x is the same thing as negative 2 times x, okay? So the opposite of multiplication is division, and I'm going to divide by negative 2 on both sides. Cancels. I have x equals negative 7. Okay, one of the biggest mistakes a bunch of people are going to say is, oh, x equals 7. No, x equals negative 7. Remember, 14 divided by negative 2 is negative 7. Okay, we have One last example problem, Now, this is probably the trickiest one I've given you all day, okay? And I say that because there are negative signs in here, okay? So pay attention to what you're doing when you do it, okay? So draw a line, separating my variables from my other side, okay? Next, apply distributive property. We're going to apply distributive property. So 3 is in front. 3 times negative x. Remember, if there's no number there, there's a 1. So 3 times 1 is 3. A positive and a negative make it negative. Negative 3x. Okay, do it again. 3 times negative 4. 3 times 4 is 12. A positive and a negative make a negative. Okay? 6x is not in my parentheses. It is not in my parentheses. So I do not distribute to it, but I do bring it down. Plus 6x equals 15. Remember, if you don't use it yet, you bring it down. Okay? If you don't use it, you're going to lose it. Bring it down. Okay? So, combining like terms. Okay? Negative 3x. There is another x in this problem, so they are buddies. Okay? So I'm going to add the coefficients. Remember, coefficients is what is in front of the variable. So negative 3 plus 6. Negative 3 plus 6 is 3x. Positive 3x. Okay? Watch your negative signs, okay? Negative 12 is a constant. There is no other constants in this problem, so I'm going to bring it down. And I'm going to bring down my equal sign. I'm going to bring down my 15. Okay, this is now a two-step equation. You know how to solve a two-step equation. First, undo addition or subtraction. This is minus 12, so we're going to say plus 12. Okay, these cancel. I bring down 3x, and this is 27. Okay, now this is now a one-step equation, okay? So I'm going to divide by 3 on both sides. Okay, these cancel, and I'm left with x equals 9. I'll write it again. X equals 9. Okay, so a couple of things. Not a couple of things. That was a lot. We did a lot of work in one video, okay? So when you have these more complicated problems, okay, don't let them overwhelm you. Just think through your steps. Break it down, okay? We distribute. We combine. Then we solve. Every single time, you are simplifying. Every single time, you make it smaller, okay? So we went from look at this, a very long problem to a very, very small answer. X equals 9, okay? I hope this helps. Remember, you can pause videos at any time. So if you want to go back, rewatch it, pause it, write stuff down, do so. Use your notes from this video to go help you complete the classwork, okay? Use your notes from this video to help you complete the classwork. If you have any questions, reach out to your teacher. Remember, you have multiple attempts on your assignment, so take that time, figure out what you did wrong, try again, okay? Like I said, if you have any questions, let me know, and have a good day.